Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm gonna show you how to make some awesome falafels. And not only falafels, but I'm gonna show you how to make some awesome falafel sandwiches as well. To make falafels, you're gonna need some garbanzo beans. I used about 1 cup of garbanzo beans, also known as chickpeas, and I let them soak in water overnight until they became like this. So if you're trying to make falafels today, just remember you gotta start a day ahead. Once the garbanzo beans have been soaked overnight, they should look something like this. Throw away all the excess water and then use a paper towel to pat dry it so that there's no moisture. Next, you're gonna transfer this into a food processor. There's no other easy way. You gotta have a food processor to make falafels. For seasoning everything, I used about half a teaspoon of red chili powder, about 1 teaspoon of freshly ground black pepper, then add 1 teaspoon of ground cumin, 1 teaspoon of salt. You can always use more or less according to your taste, and 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda. Then add 1 tablespoon of all-purpose flour. This would help bind the falafel. If for any reason the falafel becomes watery or anything like that, you could always add some more flour to balance it out. Next, we're going to add some vegetables. We first add some garlic. I'm using about 4 cloves of garlic for this. Then we're going to add some chopped parsley and some chopped cilantro. Since I like both herbs, I did a 50-50 mix of cilantro and parsley. Then I chopped up half of an onion and then added that to this mix. And then add about 2 teaspoons of lemon juice. I like to use a fresh lemon for this. Finally, go ahead and close up the lid and start mixing it all up, converting our garbanzo beans into some awesome falafels this time. I recommend that you mix it all up in stages. I mixed mine for about 10 to 15 seconds and then I check the consistency at each time. You don't want it to be too pasty. You want it to be a little grainy. Once it's all mixed up, here's what it should all look like. Go ahead and take it out in a bowl and we're gonna just mix it all up one more time but using our hands. I like to make my falafels about the size of a golf ball, and mixing it up is really easy. The best thing I can recommend is playing catch. You're basically tossing the falafel between your hands until it turns round. And if you do this correctly, here's what it all should look like. Perfectly nice and round. And before we continue, here's another close-up of how I make my falafels. Really, you just grab the amount that you're trying to build and then just play catch. The falafel will take its own shape. With this recipe and the size, I was able to make about 12 falafels. Not bad when you're using only 1 cup of garbanzo beans. Before you fry them, you want to freeze the falafel for 30 minutes. Freezing them is important because this would help from not breaking apart when frying. You want to fry them at a lower temperature so that this falafel cooks evenly from inside and then gives you that brown color from outside. I fried my falafels at around 300 degrees Fahrenheit or 150 degrees Celsius. I usually pay close attention when frying the falafel. I like to keep tossing and turning every few minutes so that the falafels get cooked evenly on all sides and give that nice dark brown crust on the outside. The total time it took for me to fry them was around 5 to 6 minutes. Once the falafel turns dark brown on the outside, they're ready. Go ahead and take them out and then drain off any excess oil and then you're ready to enjoy them. If you followed all my steps correctly, here's what your falafel should look like. Really nice dark brown on the outside, and when you pop it open, nice and green on the inside, properly cooked on all sides. Here's another shot of what they look like from the front. Really delicious falafels. To take these falafels to the next level, we're gonna make some falafel sandwiches. For making the falafel sandwich, first thing you need is a pita bread. You want to cut it in a way where it forms a pocket in the middle. Then you want to apply some hummus. By the way, I have this excellent recipe on making hummus, so do check that out after this video. You want to cover both sides with hummus and apply a generous amount. Alternatively, you could also use tzatziki sauce if you have that. Then add your favorite choice of vegetables. I'm using onions, some tomatoes, some cucumbers, lettuce, and then just basically topping that up all the way. But feel free to throw in whatever type of vegetables you like. Next, depending on your taste, take 1 to 2 falafels and then basically cut them in half. Once it's cut, you want to place it inside the sandwich. Since my falafels are pretty big, size of a golf ball, I just needed 1 to make half of a sandwich. Finally, you want to top it off with some more vegetables, and then that's it. Your falafel sandwich is pretty much ready. And I cannot emphasize enough, this tasted really, really delicious. It almost tasted like a store-bought falafel sandwich. It was really that good. Do let me know in the comments below if you tried this recipe and if you liked it. Do give me some feedback as it's much appreciated. Remember to check out my other videos where I show you how to make a pita bread and hummus. Until next time, take care, and I'll see you when I see you.